A Pandora'S box has been opened by former Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, who in a lengthy missive gives account on why Minister for National Security Hermangild Francis was not appointed to Commissioner of Police during the reign of the SLP.
Hermangild Francis has made several statements regarding his inability to secure the post of Commissioner of Police of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, and specifically my alleged role in preventing him from becoming commissioner. Until now, I have refrained from commenting on his statements, some of which are false, as I have been reluctant to bring into the public domain matters of confidentiality during my tenure as Prime Minister.
Dr. Anthony points to the recent utterance by Francis and his admission of, quote, spousal abuse, unquote.
Yeah, there was an incident with my wife, and they said that I assaulted my wife and so on. I don't hide these things, Andre. That's normal. That's something that you have to speak about, because I have always told persons, in every incident, okay, there's an action and there's a reaction. And so even if when sometimes you're not even wrong, there must be some part that you have played to allow that to happen. So maybe the incident with my wife, maybe if I hadn't done what I was supposed to have done, that I went out and lied with some other person, maybe even I hadn't done that might not have happened. Okay, so you still have to take some blame and responsibility for the incident that happened.
Dr. Anthony says that the generosity of the St. Lucia Labour Party to the now Minister for National Security has received no gratitude, and such behavior has compelled him to open the Pandora box to provide the public with the facts as to why Francis was never recommended to be Commissioner of Police by the SLP.
It was during that period that he was involved in his wife incident. By then, Neil Parker, a Canadian police officer, had joined the Royal St. Lucia Police Force and was determined that Hermangild Francis faced disciplinary and criminal charges for spousal abuse and assault. To calm the firestorm that had erupted as a result of the allegations, Hermangild Francis was sent on leave for several months. He was eventually recalled and reassigned as ACP operations, as it was thought that he could not head the crime unit, as he was himself the subject of criminal investigations for assault. He remained there for a short while until he left for the Faculty of Law, University of the West Indies, Cave Hill, Barbados. The circumstances under which he was accepted in the Faculty of Law and the benefits which he received while he was at the faculty will be the subject of a subsequent statement. Suffice it to say that Hermangild Francis was not selected on a competitive basis to attend the Faculty of Law to pursue an LLB degree. A year after return from the University of the West Indies, he was promoted to the post of Deputy Commissioner of Police, a post which had been reactivated as it had been mothballed for several years.
The former Prime Minister explains why Francis was not qualified to be on the party's slate.
In 2011, he offered to be the candidate of the St. Lucia Labour Party for the Ancillary Canries constituency. No runoff was ever held for that constituency. The St. Lucia Labour Party felt that Dr. Desmond Long was a superior and far better candidate. And, in any event, Hermangild Francis was too compromised and tainted to be a candidate of the St. Lucia Labour Party. I believed then, and even more so now, that it was the right decision.
The National Security Minister will now go head-to-head against Dr. Kenny Anthony for the coveted Vieux Fort South seat at the next general election. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.